My name's Niday, and I'm the computer tech for Jacks Valley and Pinion Hills Elementary Schools. For example, one of the students in this class has a real problem with making a mistake. He gets test anxiety really terribly, and if he gets something wrong, he just doesn't want to try. And then finally, I came over there and I was helping him because he had a problem, and he said, "I'm just going to run this now. I know it won't work, but I want to see what it does." And I was like, that's the best thing he could say. He knows it won't work, and he's going to try it anyway because he wants to know how far he got. And that's something that 2 weeks earlier even he wouldn't have even thought to do. A lot of times during other school things, the math particularly, we see kids playing the old games that they know they can be successful with. So they can be successful even if they don't get the right answer every time, and they're really seeing that. Setting it up was really easy, and Pavel created my users and sent me the link to get to them pretty much immediately after we asked for it. And I was able to get my kids on that same week. Every time I had a problem, I would email, and it was usually fixed. The problem I had was usually fixed within an hour. I asked for enhancements, and as far as I can see, I got everything I asked for, only better. So it's like somebody who actually knew what they were doing saw my suggestions and turned them into real things that actually made it great. And now my kids are only in 4th and 5th grade, so they don't understand a lot of the math in the 3D modeling and Python classes, but they're still doing it and they're still able to be successful. So I think the 3D modeling and Python are actually branching out and helping the kids understand things in math like graphing and order of operations. So I think overall it's been a huge advantage to the kids that are doing the coding club here at Jacks Valley. Everyone who's in this club gets to school an hour early every Wednesday and sits in this room during what time they should have been spending asleep. And I start out with 20 kids and I end up with 6 who still like it. But in this club, I started out with 17 kids and ended up with 25. So this club has been absolutely the most popular club I've ever done here at Jacks Valley. And I bring food to the other clubs. I think it's the best $30 these parents could have spent for their kids to get the subscription. He told me how happy he was to be back, and his parents told me how upset he was that he couldn't come, so that was good too. And that's a smart cookie kid. I mean, that kid is a kid who isn't really challenged by the rest of school, so this is good for him because it isn't easy for him, but it's making him stretch. Usually it's hard to get a kid to enjoy a challenge that involves thinking. So the whole puzzle aspect of NCLab, you can look at it like a puzzle. So it's almost more of a game than work. And Pavel printed out some of my Turtle Tina projects in 3D, and I brought them in to show the kids. So now we're all going to do a project together. And the reason we chose a computer club is in the previous years we've always had 6th grade at this school. And I've done math Olympiads, and I think this has done more than just replace math Olympiads. I think it's opened up the before school club to kids who would otherwise not have been willing to risk the mistakes that they would have had to make to do math Olympiads, about enjoying the struggle rather than just being successful.